Emma Black. Emma moved in the city to achieve her aspiration and be a famous singer. She for sure loves to party and she will do anything to achieve her goals to become famous but most importantly rich. And by that I mean anything. And smooching with the landlord if it is needed isn't going to stand in her way. Emma has a boyfriend, he's Leo Juvigna. Leo is an art critic. He mostly cares about his paintings and music. He prefers to stay inside rather than going out to party and he likes things to be neat and organized. But that is usually a problem since his half sister moved with him. Liberty is an activist for animals and the environment, and she's a slob. And since her mother died, she was living with her father and her stepmother. Well, we know until they couldn't have her in the house no more and sent her to the city with the hopes that she will do something of herself. Up to now, she hasn't done anything apart making the life of her half brother and uncle, who represents everything that she despises, a nightmare. Liberty's uncle is Roland Yates III. Roland is an elder state person for the government aspiring to be a national leader. He believes in a united world, but the word in the streets has it that he only cares about money. Same as his wife, Catherine Mayhew, who is up high in the corporate business. Her favorite thing is to snatch up small talented businesses and their products and then run them down in the ground. Does the ring a bell? Yeah. Roland and Catherine never had kids because, as they say, they wanted to focus in their career, but for their bad luck, their neighbors have about a dozen of them. Okay, not really, but you know. So they're not so lovely. For them, neighbors are the Sankars. Advik Sankar is a great doctor who, unlike his neighbor, prefers to save lives than to get rich. Advik is married with Vanya, who, since she had twins, started working from home most of the time as a public relations coordinator. She also has a very successful mom blog saying all about that tough mom life. As you can tell, Vanya is a busy woman, so her mother moved in recently with them to help her with the kids, the houseworking, and the new arrivals. But as it is to be expected, her mother, Farah, has a lot of arguments with her son in law, but she also hates the city with the constant movement and noise, she says. The Santars also have a teen daughter, Lina. Lina no longer lives with them, and their relationship with her family is pretty tense, since she's not only, as they remind her every time they talk, fell in love with a white boy who was older than her, but she was also stupid enough to get pregnant. Lena, when found out she was pregnant, moved in with John Johnson, and let's just say that they don't live the sweet life, and things got even worse when the baby arrived. John met Lena on the internet, as he classifies himself as an internet personality. But let's just say very few people know him, and as his parents in law like to remind him that's not a real job and he can't even provide for his family since their daughter has to work, go to school, clean the house, and cook at the same time. But let's just say that John thinks highly of himself just like his big brother. John's big brother is Eric. Eric is an athlete, and as he thinks, a man candy. He's all about parties and sleeping with a different girl every night. And he does it pretty well for himself. His aspiration isn't to get famous, to get ripped, to have a lot of money. No. He just wants to bang every single girl and not in the city. And as he says, he's doing public service. Next to Eric moved a new girl, and all he can think about is the best way to get her into his bed. That's Sophie Nielsen. She only sees the good in everyone, and she came to the city after not being able to find what she wanted in Windenburg. There, she ran three different restaurants unsuccessfully, and she didn't manage to find the love of her life. So she decided to come to San Maisuno, for an opportunity to become a food critic and she's over the top excited to taste and see everything that the city has to offer. How the life of these families will evolve? Will they reach their goals and aspirations without ruining the relationship that they already have? Will the city be gentle and treat them nicely, or it will make them lose everything? Only time will tell. Welcome to Blended in the City.